Camera is good. There we go. New video today on June 23rd, 2023. It's been a while, and I always find it interesting to come back to the camera and talk again, especially after it's been a bit of time, because it allows me to kind of check in with myself and see how I'm doing. It's a nice kind of discussion that allows me to understand myself better, because I'm not a guy who typically thinks too much or tries not to think too much about my own life. Not in recent times, at least. Before I did. Now not so much, which is a shame. But anyways, okay. Let's get into this video and kind of talk about what I want to talk about. That's the point of this channel, keeping myself accountable, discovering more about myself, setting myself goals, and trying to build an environment of growth and prosperity, and just a place to explore life and discuss things. So I'm not sure what my last video on the channel was, but since then probably a couple of things have happened, as you would hope. First and foremost, last time I made a video, I definitely did not have a job at that point, which was tough for me because I was working for 3 years and a half at the same spot. I got really good at what I was doing. I started feeling very comfortable doing those things, and I had solid income. And you know what? That for me, that was a source of pride and of something that gave me confidence, something that gave me some stability. Then that was gone, and I fell into a bit of a pit for a while, right? But yeah, okay. We move forward a bit. Now I've got a job. Now I'm working. I'm working full time, actually. I'm not going to disclose the name of the company or anything, even though nobody's going to see this. But, there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of whatever the hell. But I'm not going to cut out this video. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. I'd like to speak the truth as I am. Whether it's good or not, well, doesn't really matter, not at this point at least. So, yeah, working full time. Yesterday I actually went skydiving. That was, that's the topic. Went skydiving yesterday. That's something that I wanted to do since I was 18 years old. I'm 22 now. I just turned 22 recently. So for 4 years, I was thinking about doing this thing. And it's currently a relative who's staying at our house who convinced me to do it, just kind of out of nowhere. I hadn't really thought about it too much. And she brought up that she wanted to do it. And I was like, you know what? Might as well do it. And it was pretty fucking awesome. Like, not gonna lie, that was an experience that honestly wasn't as scary as I thought it'd be. It was definitely scary. There were some points where, I was definitely like, whoa, why am I actually doing this? Like, I was in shock, like, wow, this is actually gonna happen. As we go in that plane and, we're ascending up, and you get attached to the guy who's doing the tandem skydive with you, up to 13,000 feet, which is about 4,000 meters of elevation. You look down, and you're like, oh my God. What the hell? You're attached. Guy holds on, you like this. And I like this position. It just feels comfortable. This position right here, it's kind of arms locked, looking up. And then before you know it, boom. It's on. You're falling 200 k's an hour. Yeah. Earlier this week, I did this. Another thing that I didn't think I'd be doing. A little bit of a painting. My first painting ever, actually. This was like a drunk painting kind of go along session. Paint along. And you know what? That was enjoyable too. Just kind of trying out new things. Even going to Ranchman's with Jordan the other night. I kind of did it out of nowhere. But even throughout all of that, all these things that are objectively amazing, and training, that's another thing. Actually, I went to provincials for powerlifting, right? I can see my life like progressing, but I don't believe it. It's a weird kind of thing where I feel kind of detached. I'm doing these things, but I don't actually attach myself to them. It's kind of like me watching somebody else do it, and that's a weird thing, right? Um, Kind of like imposter syndrome, I guess. Maybe it is imposter syndrome. I don't know, but it's a dissociation between who I see myself as and who I see this person who's doing these things as. Uh, right? I can't really relate. So a lot of these experiences, although there's been those moments of great where I did feel connected to myself, I come back after and I can't really relate to it. I'm like, wow, but there's that emotion isn't there. And that's something that I definitely want to bring up to my counselor during my next session, whenever that is. It's a little bit from now. In 2 months I've gone, but yeah, I know it's been really interesting. But still, again, a bit of tiredness, a couple actions that I don't like. Right? Then where I went to Ranchman's, I drank quite a bit beforehand for no particular reason. That's something that I haven't really done. Even just engaging in smoking a bit. All these things are not bad. I see them as slipping up a bit. And it can bring me down some pretty nasty rabbit holes, some loops, some place that I don't want to be at. But, I still have some amazing friends that I try not to let down. Sometimes I do. That's just life, You can't be perfect all the time. Sometimes you have to set barriers. You have to, understand your own feelings. But it's kind of my duty to communicate that properly and to try and make those people in my life understand what I'm going through. And sometimes I don't even know what I'm going through. Right? I don't know, just a short ramble. I see that my phone's telling me that I'm almost out of storage here, so this video is going to be ended here. But good times, but also something a bit missing. So I'm going to try and make another video as soon as I can. As a continuation of this, we'll probably go into more detail, but it's an interesting time where I don't really feel like I can really get some introspection, and I'm just kind of going along. And very interesting, very interesting.